Man, I miss Stallion P. He was such a beautiful man.
Hang on, I need a tripod.
Back to up for the geek. All saved, all serious. Up for the geek. Hey, holla at me curious. Up for the geek. We all saved, all serious. Up for the geek. Come holla at us if you're curious. Up for the geek. All saved, all serious. Up for the geek. All saved, community. Up for the geek. All saved, all serious. All saved, all serious. Like Craig, click up, float it in all day. Backpack, stay strapped with a dynamite and dress to play for me this morning. The label is read all day.
Hello, pretzels, and welcome back to the tripod. 'Tis the season. It's my favorite time of the year, and should be yours too. We are back for some more wrestling talk of the week. Of course, we all wait. We await Father Fitty and the decision of the week. As you know, heads is NXT, tails is shitty AEW. Let's go. And I've dropped him on the
The fuck?
It's oh boy. Here we go. Second week in a row.
Hell yeah.
It's Wednesday night. And you know what that means. It's time for the drunken crowd to sing Jericho's theme. The JAS out for Jericho's match. Regal out with Yuta and Claude. Regal would like to crank Excalibur and have him melt in him. Yep, that's what he said. Jericho and Danny versus Yuta and Claude. All of JAS is out there. What could go wrong? Hagar all in with the bucket hat looking like gay Fred Durst. This is a decent tag match, but there's no way this doesn't end in fuck shit. Crowd loving Yuta for some reason. Yuta flies over the top rope, taking out JAS while Jericho gets Floyd. Systematic cheating, Tony says in the fucking commentary. Claude airplane spins Danny and swings Jericho at the same time. Wow, Claude hits Gotcha neutralizer to Jericho for the win. Renee then interviews Brian about losing the title match. He's mad at everybody. Yuta gets in Brian's face. Claude plays Peacemaker. Regal tries to hold Yuta back, and Yuta brushes Regal off to disrespect. Claude says after Brian beats Sammy, they'll all sit together and eat dinner and talk about it like men. We then get a weird dissolving AEW footage of Bucks and Omega. Finally, we see something out of them. Cesar, what did you think of the opening of Dynatrash?
I'm sorry, were you asking me something?
Sticks, what did you think of the opening of Dynatrash?
No, I like literally wasn't paying attention. My bad. I was trying to turn my phone on vibrate. I was. I heard it go off, so I tried to put it on vibrate.
All right. Well, what did you think of the fucking opening match?
All right. Of course, they had all of JAS in there, so Cesaro could do his famous run like he hit on what fucking New Day, FTR, and some other tag team where he hit like 18 motherfuckers in a row with a move, throwing elbows and chops and stomps and shit. But no, it was a great match. Willa Yuta, as we see, can go in the ring. He can actually wrestle. Then you have Cesaro, good wrestler. Danny Garcia, good wrestler. Jericho, good entertainer. Yeah, I thought it was good that Jericho takes the pin. He don't need no wins and losses. I don't even know why it's the title. And then I guess Cesaro, gets his win back. I mean, just the disrespect to Wheeler Yuta, though. Like, he didn't get any music coming out to the ring. He just came out under Cesaro's music. I'm surprised the Kitty Fondler Club doesn't have, like, their own theme music that they could come out to as many times as they've wrestled JAS. But I guess they come out to Jericho, so who cares? And then, yeah, Cesaro's music played because he got the pin. So it was a decent opening match. AEW going to have all these fuck shit tag matches, 18 tag matches in a show, so might as well get this one out the way.
The conflict between Brian, Yuta, and Claude.
Well, what Brian mad at them for? They told you look, this will go down the streets, right? This will go down the streets. Now, if you part of the crew, you hooking up with a thotty, maybe a couple of the homies ran through her, maybe not, but maybe they know she hoeing, and you get with her, and she hoeing, and she cheat on your dumb ass, but she likes the cock. Why you mad at the homies? Nigga, we told you. They told you Jericho piece of shit, Danny Garcia piece of shit. Then they turn on your dumb ass and beat the trash out of you because you use an ignorant trick, and then you mad at them. I don't even get that at all. That should be just some knowledge of the streets. But see, Daniel Bryan don't eat meat. He's a pale white man who loves to eat grass like he's a fucking cow or some shit. And then he gonna get mad at crackers trying to tell you that cracker was a hoe. Hey, why are you mad at them? I'd have slapped him in his dumb ass face too. I said, see, that's why you got syphilis. You gotta go down to the free clinic because you was fucking with that thotty. She done brought that shit home and burned you. Now you can't even pee right. See, that's what he gets. What his dumb ass gets. If I was Regal, I'd have hit him with the knucks.
What do you think about this mysterious dissolving AEW footage of Bucks and Omega?
I guess they're gonna change their name and be the Super Elite or something. I don't know. I thought it would be disintegrating pictures of CM Trash the way they talk about his buyout online. Like that nigga about to be gone. But yeah, I guess that they do what they want to do. They change their location or something every week and put up new profile pics like their 14-year-old thought on a damn social media for the first time. So hey, do what you gotta do. I guess they want to build some hype of them coming back, it's probably gonna be some dumb shit like they're coming back better than ever. The Elite 2.0 or some shit. I don't know, 3.5. Anus and Uranus, Matt Hardy version 12. I don't know what they're gonna do.
Sticks, your thoughts on the opening match for Dynatrash this week?
I mean, Cesar pretty much said it. I mean, we knew what we were going to get with this, especially when you had JAS. All the members of the JAS come out. Claudio got his run around the ring with the uppercuts. Like he said, I mean, we didn't get much from Wheeler, which I thought we should have. He tried starting the match out, and then I think it was Danny Garcia tagged himself out. And but it was nice to see that Claudio did get the win. And like Cesar said, Jericho's got nothing to lose. I mean, hell, he just signed a new extension with probably a pay bump and new responsibilities. So the guy could take the pin. And so I mean, it was a typical ATW opening match. Jericho was able to get in, get out, and keep an eye on the locker room, make sure no fuck shit was going to happen backstage. And the stuff backstage with Blackpool Kitty Fondler Club. I mean, like he said, I mean, they told Danielson about Garcia. And I mean, Cesar would know this. I mean, he just said it. Ho's gonna hoe. That's why you don't bring him home on Thanksgiving or you don't bring him home for Christmas. I mean, they gonna hoe. So I mean, they told him about Danny Garcia, and what happened? He made his choice. So now he's all butthurt and chapped about it because he didn't join the combat club. So, but I mean, it'll either end up being that they'll dissolve, or Danny or Wheeler Yuta will finally kick his ass and he'll be gone, or they'll dissolve the whole club. Who knows? But I mean, they all told him about it. Now he either needs to admit that he was wrong, or he needs to still be the emo veggie guy that's still pissed off at the world. So we'll see what we get.
And what are your thoughts on this whole possible repackaging of the Elite when they return?
Yeah, see, I don't know if when they come back, if it'll just be basically like the three of them against the world. I mean, are they going to come back and basically tell everybody, hey, we knew what business we were getting into with CM Trash, and guess what? It happened. Tony chose to go with money over us and possibly establishing other newer stars. So it'll be interesting to see where we go with this. I mean, like Cesar said, they should have just did the whole dissolve CM Trash and basically said, hey, we're wiping him out of the record books. And it's like he never showed up. Tony made a big mistake, and it was a financial mistake, but we're going to go forward. But I don't know. It'll be interesting to see where we go with it. I mean, do they right off the bat when they come back, are they going to go for the trios championships that they technically never lost? I mean, I could see them trying to get back to doing that since they never lost them. But I mean, in my opinion, and we've all talked about it, Best Friends should have been the first ever trios champions. But I mean, it's going to be interesting where they go with them.
If this was WWE, they'd return and be like, we are no longer the Elite. We are now the high society.
Some shit.
Something fucking gay like that. But hey, thank you, Father Freddy. Cesar, sorry, folks. We've been drinking.
Yeah, bitch.
Alrighty. Well, this show is about to get a whole lot weirder, folks. Up next, Tony with the entire JAS backstage. They are upset. Jericho issues open challenge to any previous Ring of Honor champ. Mic audio is off, like it keeps cutting out on him. As Sammy talks shit about Brian, no one cares. Number one contendership for the tag team titles match is Swerve in Our Glory versus FTR. The Ass Boys are in front row mocking FTR. The Acclaim come out scissoring chairs with Daddy Ass. They sit on the stage. Swerve silky smooth against Cash. Keith Lee takes out FTR by himself heading into commercial picture-in-picture. Imagine if the Ass Boys mock Swerve in Our Glory and wearing blackface.
Twitter would be on
Old
fire.
school WWE shit. Swerve botches off second rope trying to leap onto Dax. Of course, FTR working way better as a team than Swerve in Our Glory. Commentator says it's not all rainbows and sunshine with them. Dax catches Swerve off top rope in a cool sequence of reversals, ending with a rebound sit-down powerbomb. Dax superplexes Keith. Cash misses by a mile with follow-up splash. After multiple attempts, FTR hit the big rig on Keith. Swerve had to save the match. Keith accidentally hit Swerve like he does every time they fucking team together, and that's why it's my caveat every fucking time. A low blow to Dax and Big Bang Catastrophe by Keith for the win. Cash being held back by the Ass Boys. A brawl ensues. Renee then interviewed Saraya. The doctor interrupts. Shouting ensues. Renee says, enough, let's do this right. Sticks, your thoughts on Swerve in Our Glory? Or if you want to comment on who do you think Jericho's next challenger is going to be?
I have no idea. I mean, they've got so many former Ring of Honor champions, either on the AEW backstage or even just signed. I mean, it could be anybody. I mean, in my perfect world, thinking their pay-per-view coming up in December, I'd have him throw an open challenge, and I'd have Matt Taven answer it, and I'd have Matt Taven become Ring of Honor champion in the December Ring of Honor pay-per-view, since you just signed him. But I mean, I don't know if who they're waiting for. Hell, for all I know, it could be they might know that Adam Cole's going to get cleared. Maybe Adam Cole show back up, because I think it was a spoiler alert on Friday when Matt Taven came out. The music that he had was the Kingdom music when Adam Cole was in the Kingdom. So I had heard rumors that basically with Fish being gone and O'Reilly being injured, they might rehash the Kingdom and have Adam Cole be in it. So, I mean, it'd be awesome if they did that. I'd love to have Matt Taven win it in December. I didn't even like to see Matt Taven wrestle on Wednesday, but that would probably mean Taven's going to catch the L. I mean, I imagine they're going to have Jericho hold the title till they announce their big TV deal. But I mean, I have no idea. They got enough Ring of Honor people around. So
This could be the alcohol talking, but when the Kingdom debuted and walked out, I could have swore someone said, hey, look, it's Adam Cole's Kingdom is here. I could have swore I heard that. I could be
Probably did.
Sticks, your thoughts on Swerve in Our Glory versus FTR?
I think FTR should have won, but I understand why they didn't, because this is what happens when one of your best tag teams are tag team champions in like 2 to 3 other promotions. So I mean, and with them keep teasing Swerve being the bad guy and Keith Lee being the good guy. I mean, you keep teasing this stuff back and forth, like you said. Keith Lee ended up decking Swerve. That's your caveat. That's 100%. That's like, it's like when Melo don't miss. You don't miss when you take that. So, but it was a good match. I mean, Swerve in Our Glory still have little botches here and there, even though they've been a tag team for quite a while. But I mean, FTR has been a tag team for years on years. So these guys are fluid. I mean, these guys know each other. They barely make mistakes, and like they're one of the cream of the crops of a tag team. So you can't really if you're a tag team, you can't go in there and basically have a shitty match with them unless you are a really a big tag team of shitty wrestlers. And Swerve and Keith Lee aren't. So I mean, Swerve had that little botch, but otherwise it was a nice little tag team match. They had the Ass Boys out there. They were able to interfere. So it gives them beef with FTR, and Swerve and Our Glory is gonna continue their feud with our boys, the Acclaim, which I was glad they had them come out and at least have them be out there, because I mean the pop they get when they come out from the crowd, if you don't have them on Dynatrash every week, then you got something wrong. I mean, these guys are so good and they're so over. So I was glad to see that, and hopefully they can defeat Swerve and Our Glory and continue their the era of scissoring in the tag team division.
The scissoring of the chairs was a nice touch. Cesar, any thoughts on who a former Ring of Honor champion could answer Jericho's open challenge?
Yeah, I got no clue. He's beating them up week by week. So yeah, it'll probably be old Adam Cole, baby. He literally is just beating up ROH champs every single week, trying to break down and dishonor ROH. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Who is more disrespectful, WWE to the watered down ECW brand, or AEW to Ring of Honor currently?
AEW to wrestling in general. I mean, the fans. I mean, everybody getting hurt. They're disrespecting the wrestlers. I mean, I seen a TikTok the other day. Motherfucker said, he said, when you're Tony's new flavor of the week, you got 3 or 4 months tops. And after that, you on dark. Nigga, we know this. We watch it every week. I mean, the only reason best friends are still around is because they're tied to Orange Cassidy. Let's be honest. Tony would have had them on dark. Private party, dark. Them niggas public. Nah, the party's over. Niggas closed.
Look at Cesaro when he was Ring of Honor champion. He had what, at least 2 title defenses on dark of the Ring of Honor championship, and nobody knew about it.
Shit, that was a new title. Dark. I mean, nigga won't even on Rampage fighting for that trash. You know, he was on dark. Like when he wrestled Jericho, they were like, yeah, this is like his 9th title defense. I said, 3. I mean, I don't know, man. Yeah, nah, fuck that. It's definitely AEW. It's definitely AEW. Like you built their whole brand is built on respect and honor, and then you just gonna shit on it over 3 months just because you give it to old ass Jericho.
So the next step is Tony Skeets becoming ROH champion, like Vince McMahon.
Yeah, so somehow he's gonna beat Jericho. Yeah, Tony Skeets is gonna come out here and beat Jericho for the ROH title. I don't know. Like how the fuck would I got no clue, man. All I know is they're just shitting on this whole brand. And then you got talent like Jay Lethal beating up on Darby just out of nowhere. That 7-foot tall curry eating motherfucker just don't do shit except wear a suit all day. So I don't know, man. Like, yeah, it's definitely AEW shitting on it, but I guess, and then but that's the thing though. Like, if he's gonna keep shitting on it and shitting on it and shitting on it, it's got to be a face champion who's got to win it to restore the honor, Ring of Honor, and all that other fuck shit. And FTR ain't defending them Ring of Honor championships because they won them motherfuckers. And I don't even think them crackers even smelled Mexico as winning them AAA shits. I mean, closest they get is Taco Tuesday at LeBron's house.
Well, that's a great transition, Cesar. Swerve and Our Glory versus FTR. What did you think of this #1 contenders match for the tag team titles?
This was a good match, right? It was a good match. It was a good match. But I got some gripes.
Uh-oh.
I got some gripes.
I thought you were gonna say, can I be honest?
Yeah.
I didn't watch this shit.
No, I watched it because it was FTR and Swerve on Glory. You gotta watch this. Gotta watch this. But how you gonna have fat ass Keith Lee like whooping both their monkey asses inside the ring, and then you gonna have Uncle Dax with a broken back suplex this nigga off the top rope? Now, you know it takes both for FTR to suplex fat ass Keith Lee off the top rope. And then Cash gonna pick this nigga up for the big rig. He's gonna pick this big nigga up. Cash out here lifting 420 on a dry day, where he's ashy and scraped off 3 pounds, and he took a 20-pound dump in the ring. I mean, in the back before the ring. And he gonna pick this nigga up with ease. That ass Keith Lee. Come on, son. Come on. Just make it make sense, man. Make it believable to me. Not
only did fucking Uncle Dax with his broken back do the superplex, pretty nice. He did it nicely. Yeah. He did it smoothly. But we have perfectly healthy Cash do a splash and miss completely.
That's why they don't do shit off the top.
You had one job.
See, them niggas was right. That's why y'all don't do shit off the top. That's why y'all stay your asses on the mat. Don't get in that damn air. I mean, first of all, hit that nigga on his back. You know, instead of the soft belly, you hit him right on his spine. So it probably should have like caved Cash's chest in. Nigga probably couldn't breathe for 38 seconds. You know, he caught like a back shoulder combo. You know, I thought his chef was gonna cave in like Kofi Kingston, splashing on that big thick nigga like that. You can't be splashing. You was about maybe 200 pounds. 200 pounds. You gonna jump off the top rope, splash on fat ass Keith Lee. And it should have hurt you more than Keith Lee. That thick neck gorilla. That nigga out here, thick. Like bitches in the hood. Like 3-day-old oatmeal. Thick. You just gonna jump and splash on them and then miss. Nigga was rolling away. Surprised he got any contact at all. Should have just sold the no-sell. You should have just sold it like you missed. But yeah, Swerve kicked him in the dick. Good for Swerve. Got the dub. But yeah, scissoring chairs, always good time. Still trash won't know rap from Max Cassidy. He could have rapped out. Could have called them both soft or some shit.
Renee with MJF on stage. Ravishing Renee asked about MJF facing John at Full Gear. MJF mocks. I'm gonna gargle your piss.
Yeah.
That was some good shit. Calls Mox mid, tells Renee to shut her mouth, and then talks shit about Regal. MJF vows, promises to not use his diamond ring during Full Gear. He then goes off about having a chip on his shoulder. Stokes interrupts. MJF smacks the mic out of his hand. He shouts at Stokes to not go near Mox or he's fired. Time to say his over catchphrase. Of course, Cesar, MJF, always entertaining. What did you think about this? He's talking shit about Renee's husband here. Not reinventing the wheel or anything. People have done that before, but what did you think of this segment?
I mean, yeah, you know, it's good. It's a good segment, you know. Shitting on Mox is always a good segment. Nothing wrong with it. You've been doing it for years.
How'd you like a Mox stomping around Renee?
Yeah, just done. He's probably singing the song in his head. I know. And yeah, he just wherever he goes, he just says the state's name like 85 times. What do we think of that, Virginia? Oh, you know what we're gonna do, Virginia? We're not gonna cheat, Virginia. We're going to piss. Nigga, what are you talking about? You out here wilding. And yeah, look, but the other thing I gotta complain about, don't fuck with Stokes. Okay? That nigga crazy. Okay? He's sitting there tweeting live about me and him and shit like that. Motherfucker always talking about bitch that left, get some milk, ain't called me or some shit. Stokes is crazy, okay? You don't fuck with crazy people. All right? That's how you fuck around and get shot. I don't know, MJF, you know, he on the nice white side up there in New York. You go down in the hood, get shot. And the host is gone. So he's gonna be in a fucking Halloween mask. Remember He did this stupid shit last year. He's gonna show up in a goddamn mask in like 5 minutes, and he's gonna be like, "Hey, Sticks, what did you think?"
Oh,
he
the
didn't.
cats are fighting. I didn't want you guys to have to hear that shit.
Well, I thought you were putting a mask on like last year. I was like, remember when he would ask us what he wants, and he left for like 5 minutes?
Nah, but somebody
Yeah,
wants to say
probably-
somebody wants to say hello.
Got a Michael's mask. He's finally got a
Yeah.
cross-eyed.
You see, when are we gonna talk about?
This ain't even your show. This ain't even your show.
Hold on a sec. Oh wait, that's the wrong. When are we gonna talk about my show, guys? Suck it.
I hate you in that fucking eyeball.
I'm gonna gargle your piss.
Yeah. Oh, you found the microphone again.
Sorry, what were we saying?
No, I was finished. I
Okay.
was feeling time for you to come back.
Sticks, MJF segments, getting in Renee's face, ravishing Renee's face. What'd you think?
It was a good MJF promo. Got him what he needed to get in, basically made fun of Mox, and he's messing with them streets if he's going after Stokely, man. I mean, you don't want, like Cesar said, this guy, look at his Twitter account, man. He's got a rep, so might be messing with fire in the streets when you do that. But I feel like he's picking up the, like Cesar said when he talks about the talent they're in. Feeling he's been watching a bunch of old Mick Foley promos, basically getting the cheap pop. It's like, that's Mick Foley 101. Hey, Virginia, what do we think
Right
about
here.
Moxley?
Right here in Virginia.
Yeah, so
Meanwhile, Cesar's at work going like, man, I'm glad I missed that show.
Fuck that shit.
that's like 12 hours of your life that you would never get back if you would have went to that.
Bro, them motherfuckers ain't leave till 11:50 that night.
And you would have had to help them load up the fucking ring and all the equipment.
I ain't doing shit. I'd have shot their ass.
It would have been like,
I just-
Cesar would have been looking. Cesar would have been checking his back for Sting.
Yeah, damn right. I'd have had the pistol ready. I'd have been in the locker room trying to steal Booty Storm shorts after the show, punching Juice Robinson in the head. You ain't hitting it right. Let me show you how we do this in the streets.
And is that all you had to say, Sticks?
Yeah,
about MJF?
that's
Okay.
all I got. That's all I got.
Up next, the Kingdom video about Wardlow, Taven versus Wardlow for the TNT title on Rampage. That Sticks will tell us about because we didn't watch it.
Still sitting on my DVR.
Sammy with Tay versus Bryan Danielson. Sammy with a hell of a knee to start the match. Regal back on commentary, sniffing Excalibur's mask. Sammy, springboard cutter. We get a Romero special by Bryan to Sammy. Bryan then unleashes on Sammy. Excalibur said Hangman is okay. He's at home resting. All right. Sammy in control during commercial picture-in-picture. Sammy uses the yes kicks on Bryan, but he absorbs it and bitch slaps Sammy. Taz said Sammy needs to bring the wood to Danielson.
Wow.
I don't know if you caught that. Yes kicks by Bryan to Sammy ends in a standing Spanish fly counter. I did notice that Sammy did that moonsault miss off the top rope to follow up a moonsault a la Andrade to Bryan, but then tried standing shooting star. Bryan countered. A bunch of shit just happened during my fat thumb typing. Poison Rana and running knee. Goat stomps and triangle for the pass out, and Bryan wins. Backstage, Renee with Phoenix and Alex Abraham Lincoln. Phoenix and Alex say Penta will be double champ. Phoenix should be all Atlantic champ. Christian and Dark Source approach. Christian says Dark Source is going to be the next all Atlantic champion. Orange Cassidy approaches. Y'all talking about me? Next week, let's do this. So I guess that's his thing now. He's gonna do triple threats, which I appreciate. I kind of like the triple threat matches for the championship because those three can go. So it should be something entertaining. Hopefully it didn't already happen on Rampage because I for sure didn't fucking watch it.
No, it's gonna be on Dynamite.
Okay, Sticks, your thoughts? Sammy versus Bryan.
This was a good match. I mean, this is a really good match for as much shit that Sammy does backstage and how he's how he hits on about 50% to 25% of his promos. He's really good in the ring, and this showed. I noticed that AEW, like, they didn't call it a poison Rana, they called it a reverse Hurricanrana.
Yeah.
Like the same thing they do with like a super kick. They don't call it a super kick, they call it a thrust kick. I'm like, what? But you guys can't call it a super kick, and you can't call it a poison Rana.
They only call it a super kick when the Bucks do a super kick party.
And the inverted atomic drop, they call the Manhattan drop.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, this was a good match. I mean, Sammy's about maybe 80% of the time, Sammy will put on a really good match, and then being in there with Danielson, I mean, you were going to get a good match already with him in there. So it was a really good match for both of them. Danielson was able to pick up the dub and show that he was going to take his frustration out on Sammy, and yes, he did. I mean, he picked up the dub, and Sammy had to get drug out of the ring. So congratulations, Danielson, on that. So it was a good match. I mean, pretty good match for ATW.
I need you to call the ending, Sticks. You famously have predicted correctly in the past. You've won lots of predictions. I want you to predict it right now. Who's winning? Phoenix, Orange Cassidy, or Dark Saurus for the All Atlantic Championship?
Oh, it's going to be OC. I mean, they're not taking the title off him already right now.
Get that nigga a title. Tony Khan licks his balls because he's too lazy to get out of the way.
They got a big thing going with him carrying that fucking 1980s high school backpack with that title around it. I mean, they're not going to get rid of that.
Yeah. Goddamn Jansport. Yeah, damn right, bitch.
Cesar, your thoughts on this pretty decent match? I mean, Sammy's showing us why he's a damn good talent going up against
he's a Spanish gourd.
Another goddamn good talent. Brian versus Sammy. What'd you think?
Yeah, man, old Spanish gourd out here, you know, sprinkling his taco meat everywhere, doing the thug thizzle, you know. Got his hot ass wife he out there we cheated on with his ugly ass wife. You know what I'm saying? Still doing that street shit. That's that street shit, man. Now, look, everybody knows. Yeah, he's dirty dirt, man. You know, you gonna hump that fat bitch in private for like 9 years. You know what I'm saying? Then you get the AEW.
Was he really with her that long?
I'm just saying that for dramatic effect. I can Google it.
What was her name?
Pam.
Sam?
Pam.
Pam? Oh shit! It's Bailey. No.
Yeah. Well, anyway, you're humping that ugly bitch in private when you're on the minor. You know what I'm saying? You know what that shit is like? That's that shit like, you know, them crackers that be in school for 10 years because they're gonna be a doctor, you know. And then, you know, you dating them college hoes, you know, little sorority girl here and there, you know, maybe a little, you know, little chub bitch, you know what I'm saying? You know, giving her a little spice of life because you've been up for 36 hours studying and, you know, mouth to mouth, you know, wins win. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got time to even take a shower and scratch your ass. You know that little, you know, them big bitches, man, you know, they put out, bro. They do some work. They ain't just starfishing it like them sorority girls, you know. And then, you know, you about to graduate, you about to be a doctor, then you about to get like, you know, your residency. You start getting that real money. So no matter what, you told yourself you was going to dump whatever bitch you was with. When you get that residency, you get that good money, you was going to get you like, you know, little, not an Instagram model, because that ain't, but, you know, like a real model, you know, because you're like, yeah, bitch, I'm a doctor. I'm about to be driving these Benzes and these Beamers. I'm about to start getting like, you know, that make figures, you know what I'm saying? That's what he did, you know. So he got to ATW, he dumped that bitch Pam, you know. I mean, yeah, he proposed to her in the ring. He wanted to seem like he was a nice guy. It was all a show for his face turn. You know what I'm saying? Then he saw that little Latin bitch over there. He go, man, we can speak Spanish. You know, when I'm hitting that shit from the back, she gonna yell, "Hey, Poppy," and mean that shit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna be like the white girl saying it. It's gonna be like a Spanish bitch saying it. And she crazy. You know, she gonna put a knife to my throat while we having sex. Talking, you better ever cheat on me like you did that fat bitch in that ring. And he's like, yeah, you know, danger. Gets him excited. I don't know what this has to do with the match. I was just rambling for a bit. I mean, you know, the match was fine.
You know, he started making that money and he traded his bitch in for a Brazilian ass. And yeah. I respect that. I respect that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a dick move, but it's respectable.
It's a dick move, but it's a dick move. You know,
it's a dick move. You know, I mean, at least that fat bitch got that ring she can pawn, so she got some money out the deal. You know what I'm saying? Probably didn't have to pay no meals. You know, she was back in catering after every show. You know, could even take a plate. You know what I'm saying? Take a plate to go from catering. It's all paid for. Skeets, you know, Skeets got it like that. You can give her some bread. Just good shit, man. But yeah, nice hot Brazilian ass. Had a match with Daniel Bryan. I mean, you punched the other Latin dude in the face, and you didn't get kicked off TV for it. I mean, Sammy's winning right now. He's just winning. Even when he's losing, he's winning.
Sad but true. Cesar, your thoughts on lost my place. Where are we? Was that it?
I mean, not for the show. There's plenty more show though.
I
The
think
the Mid-Atlantic championship match.
yeah. How do you think that? Well, Sticks already probably correctly predicted it. Orange Cassidy versus Phoenix versus Dark Saurus. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, Ray Phoenix gonna take the pin.
How dare you?
The nigga's the truth. What do you mean? What do you mean?
He got a belt, so he can take the pin and not lose anything.
Yeah.
Really?
They building Dark Saurus, and Christian gonna be out there cheating. You know, just like Sammy did with Tay when he said he wasn't to bring the segments together, blending.
You know,
He'll be out there cheating.
If Orange Cassidy was smart, he'd have the best friends take Christian out, and then he could.
They probably will, and they could end up getting kicked out. They'll all get kicked out. Vincent probably gonna be out there, or Pac gonna have a fucking low depot hammer and shit again at the ready, and then best friends gonna be out there, and then Christian with his broken winged ass gonna be out there. Stupid. And then
why don't they tug at Luchasaurus's mask like they tug at the fucking Lucha Brothers mask?
Because he's a dinosaur. That's what his skin looks like.
Fuck that. Rip that mask off and pin his ass.
It grows out of his bone. That's what he looks like.
Well, then cut his fucking head off. Up next.
I mean, I want to see somebody get killed in the ring.
Hater with the Doctor and Rebel. Not Reba.
Not Reba.
Versus Riho. Of course, Hater mangling Riho. We get some Doctor shenanigans. Riho trying to come back with her speed, but of course, she's 90 pounds soaking wet. Hater with a big old bruise on her thigh. Getting freaky. More Doctor shenanigans during commercial picture-in-picture. Rebel distracts. Listen. Was she shouting listen or something? I don't know why I put that.
I don't watch the picture-in-picture.
Riho is the least believable competitor I've ever seen. Hornswoggle hits harder than that bitch. Just because Omega has a hard-on for little Asian women doesn't make them incredible athletes. This is actually hurting Hater's stock having this difficult of time beating up a 7th grader. Thank God Hater wins. Greased up Booty Storm comes out on stage flexing her clit. Renee with Eddie Kingston, your mother. Renee asks what's up with him and his friends' concerns. He fake smiles and talks about Mox. He says Mox gonna win. Everyone else, leave me alone. Darby Allin video about Sting's absence says he wants to prove himself by himself. So Sting has been letting him. He's been stalking the Acclaim because black folk have gold in AEW. Cesar Hater versus Riho. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't know.
You should just clip that and edit and then just put it in there. Because that's what happened. I fast forwarded through this shit.
I had to see Hater's ass at least.
Yeah, but I mean, then Booty Storm at the top of the round. I don't know what it was. She was looking real good on Wednesday.
She fucking did.
So I watched all of that part while she was just standing there. I definitely watched that.
She took a swan dive and some Vaseline or something.
Something, bro. Look, I don't mind a greased up Booty Storm. I don't mind that.
Your thoughts on Eddie Kingston trying to play nice?
Yeah, I mean, Eddie just needs to start drinking or something to deal with his problem. It helps me out.
Well, he's got the belly for it, so he's drinking already.
I'm saying.
Darby Allin's talking about Sting's absence, but he's coming back. This fucker's coming back.
Let me tell you something here about this nigga Sting, okay? Let me tell you something here.
Okay.
Tell you something here about this nigga Sting, okay? Sting been doing this shit for a long time. You know what, man, Grill? You edit
what?
this shit. When you edit this shit, you drop the heat right here.
Yeah,
Okay? You drop the heat right here.
And now it's time for the Hail Caesar tangent of the week.
Now double your money and make it stack. I'm on to the next one. On to the next one.
Okay. This 800-year-old goddamn vampire human hybrid of the deep has been stalking crackers in the dark corners of the world since forever. Okay, I don't care what you're talking about. Like Stang had some bright 80s face paint. Nah, he was just on coke, and he would let bitches draw on him after he was humping them, peeing in their butt the night before wrestling shows. Okay, then the Crow came out, and that cracker had superpowers of coming back from the dead. And Sting was pissed off that because he was drunk one time at a bar. Here's what happened. He was in Memphis, Tennessee. He was drunk as shit at this bar, right? And he was looking at this black woman because he wanted to pee in her butt because he just hates black women because he hates niggers. Let's be real. He hates niggers. So what does he do? He does the black woman what the white man did to black people since 1700s. He's been fucking them over. That's what he's been doing. So he fucks them over. Then gets his hate out. He has hate sex with all these black women. So he makes sweet, passionate love to like white women, and that's it. But he fucks black women, rough, peas in the butt. All right. So he was at a bar drunk, and he was telling this cracker his story about, hey man, look, yeah, I wear all this fuck shit when I'm in the ring, but if you see me at home, I wear all black leather. I got a long black leather jacket, and then I got like white face paint because I want to be pure white. Then this cracker took all that shit. He's like, yeah, I can't die. I'm a vampire human hybrid. That vampire shit don't work on me. I can go out in the daylight like Blade and some shit.
He's a day walker.
Damn right. And I have this black bat just to show how much I hate black people. Because I use violence with this black bat. And I beat these niggas in the street all day, every day, just to try to get them out of my America. So this guy created the Crow off that, right? So Sting got mad because he couldn't sue them for likeness rights because it would prove he's a vampire human hybrid. He had to keep wrestling. But then he started pulling that shit off in real life. You know, he was just like, fuck this. I ain't dressing up. Fuck these kids. I'm going to be the Crow. I'm going to stalk people in the back. I ain't going to say no words. I'm going to be up in the rafters. And see, what y'all don't know is that nigga can fly. Okay? See, I don't know how he does it. He has like wings underneath that long-ass jacket. And that nigga can fly. He be up in them scaffolds. He ain't hooked to nothing. He just flew up there. That's why he won't scared when, Owen Hart took his blood. R.I.P. Owen.
Do 28andMe. You're going to find out he's somehow distant related to Dracula.
He nigga is, man. They like third cousins on his daddy's side or some shit. I seen the books. I seen the records, man. See, I had to pay $3,800,000 to Jay-Z to get into the Illuminati cages just to look up the records on Stang. I told him I won't look at nothing else. Just wanted to know what the fuck Stang was. They got like volumes of Stang. Stang been beating black people since like God turned the lights on or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like this nigga been out here in them streets. Okay. I told you that bat is from Jesus' cross. He took a piece of the cross. That's why that bat has magical powers. And be beating niggas like that. You know what I'm saying? And then this cracker, he always stalking people. He finds like a like-minded white man, and teams up with him. And somehow he's trying to draw the evil out of Darby Allin. Darby already crazy. Okay. This cracker think he can't die. I think he drank some of Sting's blood. That's why he get thrown downstairs and jumping off super ramps, dragging on cars and getting hit in coffin bags and all this kind of white people shit. Because he got super white boy powers. Because he get thrown off shit. The Stang really there. That's what y'all don't see. Stang has a new power. It's invisibility. See, he know that they put Darby in that little shit and fucked him up with that garage. And I'm telling you, y'all gonna be Jay Lethal gonna be walking, and one cracker gonna have a pencil in his ear, eating a chicken sandwich, extra hot sauce. You know what I'm saying? And one nigga gonna be eating, some red curry with that bread, that shit be banging, and Jay Lethal gonna have a 2-piece and a biscuit, and Stang gonna roll up in there with the clan. And you don't want to know what happens, man. It's gonna be like Pulp Fiction. Better get the fuck out of here, Butch. Got some real pipe hitting motherfuckers coming up in here. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be the end of Jay Lethal's career. He gonna have to retire. He gonna be sitting next to Rick, chopping on the couch, woo, and watching ATW. They're gonna have to buy him out. The Stan gonna be flying around that goddamn ramp. You know what I'm saying? He gonna fight Jay Lethal. You think Stan ain't showing up next week? Hey man, just let me fight by myself. Stan gonna be like, all right, I got you. He gonna call up old Cletus. He gonna be like, get the truck, grab my suit. It's at the dry cleaners, extra bleach. I need to be pure white. Nah, I'm gonna wear the black one. Fuck that. Show how much I really hate these niggers, these colored folks, this melanin. He said, get my black suit. You can come out with a black KKK suit, he gonna fuck all their couches up. Because that's what Stang do. I mean, y'all seen it. Y'all seen it. He was beating up eight niggas by himself on Martin Luther King Day last year or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't see it. You know, it'd be fried chicken day. You know what I'm saying? National Fried Chicken Day. That nigga done beat up 3 niggas in the ring by himself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't even know if a pure 100% street nigga on 3 bottles of Hennessy, 2 blunts, you know what I'm saying, drove in a Cadillac, I don't think he got the strength enough to beat Stang. Stang gonna punch that nigga in his neck and he gonna die. Die instantly. That's what Stang do, man. Stang got these anti-black people powers. I don't know where this shit come from, man. It's like deep in the earth, like underneath a volcano or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Some shit us humans can't get down to. He a vampire human hybrid. This cracker got so much hate in his soul, right? He just can't die. He's like a probably a vampire human ghost. You know what I'm saying? He's got unfinished business. Stang's unfinished business is he's got to beat up every nigga in the ring at AEW. So if I was Keith Lee or Swerve, I'd watch out. Just saying. You don't want nothing bad happen to you. You know, because when he come back, they put him on TV, it's a wrap for him, man. It's a wrap for him. And look, I know y'all watch this channel. Y'all saw on that APPW on Mangriasfield YouTube page that them niggas was beating up Stan. See, I was there. So I was fighting them too. That wasn't the real Stang. I knew it when I was hitting them. It wasn't the real Stang. That was like a clone Stang. You know what I'm saying? It was like a Stang baby that's like full grown. You know what I'm saying? Like Boba Fett when they made clones and shit. That's what that shit was. That wasn't the real Stang. So you punch the real Stang, you know, because you feel hate in your soul. It gets into you. And you just want to keep hitting people. You know what I'm saying? And you just want to be like, man, I want some like, you know, potatoes or something Irish, something real white. And you're like, I just want to keep hitting on black people. But see, I didn't feel that way when I was hitting on Stang. I just wanted to hit on Stang. See, piece of shit. That wasn't the real Stang. Tell y'all, that nigga got clones out here. He got hateful ass, hating nigga clones out in these streets. Y'all need to watch out. I'm just saying. When that nigga get his full powers, under like the full moon or some bullshit like that, them streets ain't safe no more. Them streets ain't safe. It ain't none of that vampire shit gonna work. You're gonna have to shoot that nigga with a bazooka in his face. I don't know where you're gonna get a bazooka from. I suggest you rob a military base. But hey, that's on you. Okay, I'm leaving. I'm going to Mars with Elion. Because I can't be on the same planet as Stag. Because he's gonna end up killing all the niggers. Then there's gonna be nobody to teach y'all how to dance on TikTok no more. And that's gonna be a sad ass place. You know what I'm saying? Chicken joint's gonna go out of business. Any sales gonna be in the toilet. That's just not a world I want to be a part of. So, my advice to you to end this hell Caesar is to shoot Stang in the face with a bazooka before we go into 2023. Cheers, bitches.
That being said, Caesar has no thoughts on the subject.
No other thoughts.
He
No
wants
other
to go bazooka in the face, Resident Evil style. No,
Can I throw a theory out here? Have we gone back and looked at the history books to make sure Darby's actually that legal age and that he's not some missing kid from like 1924?
Yeah, I don't know.
Being brought in because who was in ATW first? Darby. So are we sure Darby didn't tell Tony Khan, hey, I need somebody as like a mentor? Interesting. I mean, are we sure Darby isn't like his vampire young boy and he brought him in knowing that it was a field, like it was open. It was literally like a new bloodbath so that Sting could start taking out people and all this stuff. Are we sure Darby isn't somebody from like 1920s that Sting abducted, made into like his vampire young boy, and basically he has him bring Sting in and infiltrate other wrestling companies so that way he can start wiping out the street people, like Cesar said, because we know it's true. We know it's very true. I mean, there's a track history on this stuff. It's 100%. So are we sure like another maybe a couple years down the road, Sting's not in, I don't know, he's not down in some small California company that just got a huge TV deal and he's slowly taking out a certain color of people too, and then he's just gonna start making the rounds. This guy ain't gonna age. I mean, I'm just saying.
Young
Darby's
boy, Sting bat check. Let's just skip to the main event. The main event of the night for the AEW Championship. It's a Jon Moxley versus Penta. Mox always looks like he gets lost on the way to the ring. He goes one way, stops, goes back the same way, goes up the risers. Motherfucker lost. He don't know where the ring is. He's half drunk.
He's got to see where the exit is so he can walk through it. That nigga don't read the plan.
Token AEW chop fest and trading punches. Has there been blood yet tonight? I don't remember.
Nope.
Cierro Miedo. Mox just double birds him. They brawl on outside of the ring during commercial picture-in-picture. Mox bites and rips at Penta's mask. One of these fucking days, Penta or Phoenix will smarten up and wear a mask underneath. Cutter, pile driver, label lock, hammer and anvil elbows, bulldog choke. Penta escapes and survives it all. He pins Mox after fucking up his left arm, but his left shoulder was not pinned, by the way. Stupid ref. Stupid ref. Mox DDTs Penta on the ring steps. Package pile driver gets to 2 3/4, but the ref clearly hesitated. The crowd was upset. Paradigm shift and Death Rider driver. Mox retains. The firm then gangbang Mox. Stokely bug-eyed marches down to the ring. The security putty's out. Smash cut to Blackpool Combat Club's locker room, chains shut. MJF comes out. Then he leaves. And then he runs back out and fires Stokes. And then Styx is wearing the shirt. Ethan Page with Das Boot to MJF. The firm destroy MJF, the Eagle's Edge. Choke slam through outside table. Ethan Page looking like a badass to close out the show. That's one positive to end on. Styx, go for it, buddy. Your boy. He closed out the show looking badass. What did you think of the main events for the AEW Championship?
First off, I'm just going to skip over the match and let's talk about the stuff after match. Ladies and gentlemen, Ethan fucking Page. This man, we found out, I don't know if it was either on a Dynatrash or not, he is officially in the Full Gear #1 contenders match for a future shot at the AEW champ. My God, strap the rocket. Let's go. All ego Ethan Page, getting that TV, taking advantage of that TV time, whooping that fucking Long Island rich boy ass, giving him Das Boot, and then doing a true ego's edge, letting him know I ain't fucking around. But unfortunately, boys, I have a feeling that this is possibly just all hype to let people buy in and think MJF is really going to become a face. And then at Full Gear, we're going to find out that, nope, it was just a plan. MJF is still a scumbag heel. It was all to make everybody feel good about it, that MJF has turned the page. But I'm just going to say this. Your boy looked good after the match. I hope he makes a run in that tournament. And I couldn't be. This was one of the better endings to Dynatrash that I have saw in existence. So I was just going to talk about the ending. I was happy. I was sports entertained with the ending, and I will let Cesar wax poetic about the match and whatever he wants to say.
Styx going from 6 to midnight during the ending of that Dynatrash. I've said it for weeks now. I'll never believe MJF becoming face ever. Cesar, thoughts on the main events for the AEW Championship?
Nobody care. We know that nigga won't really win it. Just like this nigga who's getting the eliminator match. Another rant about the eliminator championship bullshit. That's really what he's about. But yeah, we know Penta won't win in this shit. Yeah, he's got a belt. He's no man with 2 belts. Shut the fuck up. Ain't nobody winning no 2 belts. You're a shit brand company. Nobody cares. But yeah, Sarah Merrill, just still my guy.
How did this even come about? Was this a random fucking match?
Probably because Hangman got fucked up.
Well, they showed like something back. They showed Moxley doing it. I didn't get a chance to see the full thing, but supposedly he was backstage. I don't know if he was talking, and Penta like came up and confronted him. So I don't know if it was just basically Moxley like, "Hey, fuck it, my dance card is empty."
Because somebody's got an eliminator match next week. Because it was supposed to be a tag team match like Wheeler Yuta and Moxley. No. Wheeler Yuta's got to go to Japan because he confirmed some match and because he made a post about it. But they had booked a tag match, I think. Or maybe it was this. I don't know. They booked a tag match about something. It was supposed to be Wheeler Yuta and Moxley. And then because Wheeler Yuta the date. He had to go to Japan for something. So somebody has an eliminator match like next week or some fuck shit.
This shit's more random than APPW. Cesar, what did you think of the main event? Did you have any thoughts?
I mean, yeah, it was a fine match, but I mean, we all know the outcome. So they need to do this shit at like 9:00, man, and have like better matches for a main event or some bullshit. I'd rather see Daniel Bryan and Sammy as the main event, or you could even have a Jericho tag match shit as a main event, because you don't know we didn't know who was going to win that. Like you said it yourself, you were shocked Claudio got the win.
That's true.
So matches we didn't know who's going to win. I'd rather have those as the main event versus like, Pence ain't winning the fucking strap. So they're having a match just to have a match, and they're just like, oh, the title's on the line, nigga, for what? Like, we know he ain't gonna win it. No, it's going to fucking MJF. Why is MJF not having matches? If I was John Moxley, I'd say that shit. Like, yeah, this fuck boy ain't talking about I need to be 110%. I'm wrestling every goddamn week. Title matches. Well, why are they trying to have John Moxley have the most title defenses on fucking AEW TV? Some fuck shit. They're gonna use that accolade when he comes up. The guy has 58 title defenses under his belt. Nigga, he's had the title 3 fucking times, and the company's only 3 years old. Nigga, you tell me. You do the math. So I don't know about that fuck shit. At the end.
Can we see the writing on the wall, you guys? Can we see the writing on the wall that they're gonna have MJF tag with Mox to take on the Firm?
Oh, that's in 2
trying
weeks.
to tell us that MJF's a face. I don't know.
That's either going to happen at the Go Home show, in where MJF will make his heel turn, but then I'm just like, that's the Danny Garcia brand. So we're gonna do this twice to the Blackpool Combat Club. Somebody's gonna pretend to be like it with them to be like, look, I'm only doing this so they don't fuck you up because I need to be validated that I'm the champ, MJF. I'm gonna drink your piss on Sunday, but I'm gonna help you out this Wednesday.
Gargle your
Gargle. I'm gonna gargle your balls. I'm gonna suck the semen out of Renee's vagina and gargle that shit on fucking Sunday, you fruit booty. Yeah, you gonna say some fuck shit like that. But then yeah, Cracker gonna turn on his country ass, whoop his monkey ass, and then take the title. But yeah, Firm fucked his couch up. That shit was great. That shit was real great. Ass boys look good. Ego looked real good. The only thing I got to gripe about is why put it with this group if you're gonna break them up already? That's stupid as shit. In theory, you should have taken somebody like Cass or Ego and have them be the focal point if you're gonna make a new group. Because that way, MJF's gonna get over whether he's with a group or not. He's that good. He can get over by himself. But you have all these toys on the shelf that didn't have anything. If Ego Page was running that group with Stokely, it would just only promote Ego, and then he can promote the guys with him. But like putting it all under MJF, it's not promoting MJF because he has a chip. He's gonna get the title match either way. He's just out there talking shit, which he's been doing by himself, and has been totally fun. So it's just stupid. You just have them under a guy to think that's gonna bring them up. No, you need to let these guys eat. You let all these guys who potentially could be good pick a leader or have designate somebody leader. We know the Ass Boys are followers. That nigga with green hair is a follower. But yeah, you have Big Cass or Ego Page run the group with Stokely and have Stokely as a mouthpiece. Shit would have been great.
Yeah, if there's
Then you
one,
could have had Ego contend for the All Atlantic Championship, win that, and as like the leader, he's got a championship belt, so it'd be make it a little bit more legit.
Yeah.
If there's two things AEW is known for, it's multiple tag team matches and defunct stables, confusing storytelling, and of course the arrangement of matches. But we are done with AEW for the week. And now we move on to the A show, fellas. It's NXT. NXT Women's Tag Team Championship start tonight. It's Kaden and Katana versus Nikita and Zoe. I don't think anybody got an entrance, by the way.
Hell no.
Book says Nikita has the it factor.
It means that ass.
I'm loving Book on commentary more and more and more and more.
Dude, I gotta tell you something. Right, quick story time. I follow a couple of wrestling accounts on the TikTok.
Mhm.
There's one guy I pretty much like his content. I can't remember his name. It's something crazy. And he plays WWE 2K2 and shit like that. But when he tells me he hates Booker T on commentary, I almost unfollowed this nigga. I almost threw my phone and unfollowed. I was like, what? He's like, I hate him. He's all trucky ducky quack quack. And I was like, yeah, that's what make him look great. Look crazy. He's crazy on the mic. He likes faces. He likes heels. He likes one more fat ass like Nikita. I was like, bro, you are missing out, bro. He does hate CM Trash, so we do have that.
Book is a comedy sniper. Like he has those one lines that'll make you laugh out loud at least twice a night. It's fucking
at least.
Katana straight kicks Zoe. I wonder if it's the same guy I follow. There's some dude that I like too. He has dreads, kind of. He's got short.
No, this guy's some cracker and he's got a shaved head.
Oh, okay.
The dread guy's funny.
You know what you're talking about?
I know you're talking about. That dude's funny as shit. Yeah.
I tried talking to him. I wanted to bring him on, but I think he's big time in me. Katana straight kicks Zoe in the tit. Whatever happened to tag team names? We need a tag name. We need team names for these ladies. Nikita with an ankle lock while facing Kaden. Never seen that. How has Nikita's fabric not torn? Them curves begging to get out. Is there gear made in Wakanda? Commercial picture-in-picture. Zoe and Kaden fighting it out. Eventually, Kaden gets the better of Nikita. You love to see a well-oiled machine of a tag team like Kaden and Katana. They're very good. Crowd is loving it. It looked like Katana tagged Kaden, but Zoe rolled up Katana for the win. The refs dispute behind celebrating Nikita and Zoe. The match is restarted. Vic says, unlike the NFL, they try to make it right.
You're right.
Katana with a hell of a Spanish fly off the top rope to Zoe. The commentators shit their pants because she got a 2 9/10 out of it. Trouble in Paradise and Ass Plant near win for Nikita. Katana saves the match. This is great. This is a great match. Kaden and Katana retain with their tag finish on Nikita. 20 minutes of non-botch women's wrestling, Cesar. What did you think of this kickoff to NXT? I'll be honest with you. No.
No, there was one botch.
I don't remember.
I mean, it wasn't a big botch. It was when like Katana was up on Zoe. She was trying to get her for the flip over, and then like Zoe landed on her feet. She jumped on Zoe. Zoe just had to like turn her more. But it was small botch. No, this match was great. This was a damn classic. This is what I'm talking about. But you know, classic. That shit should be on a shirt, but you know that ain't getting too sensitive. These broads, man, were going at it. This was a great match. It's like they were saying, speed versus power. But yeah, Katana and them just more fluidity. Like they had it great, quick tags, in out, double team moves, getting it. Zoe, not to say Zoe and Kita aren't a great team, because yeah, they are both power. But no, it was super good. I enjoyed this match. Great. This was a great, as we know, NXT when they have a tag match, they know how to put great opening tag matches on TV. This was one of them. Shit was a banger. I thought it was a real good match. This match was worthy enough to be on Halloween Havoc.
Yeah.
I would have preferred this over the Walla match,
yeah,
even over the ambulance match. I thought this, and then this was just a straight up match. It didn't.
It didn't need a gimmick, and it was
Didn't
still
need
great.
a gimmick, and it was fucking banger.
Yeah.
Shit, that tag match later was another banger as well, and that shit didn't need a gimmick either. But this was really good.
You know, Sticks, I'm just now starting off with my notes, and it may be the alcohol talking, but this could have perhaps been the match of the entire week. What did you think of the kickoff match of NXT, the tag team championship for the women?
Well, I think most of the time we can agree when NXT starts off a show or even like a premium live event, they come out of the gates with a banger, and they did it once again on Tuesday night. I mean, these women were on point. I mean, you had, like Cesar said, the Caden and Katana, who have been a tag team for seems like forever. They were on point. And then Zoe and our favorite fucking girl, they've gelled together as a great tag team. This had everything. I mean, they had the legitness of a team that a lot of people didn't think that were going to be good, but they came out. They were a tag team. They thought they got the victory, and they come to find out that there was a hidden tag. They restarted the match, and then the legit tag team ended up winning. I mean, that sets it up so that way you can do another tag match down the road, regardless if you want to do it on regular TV or if you want to do the slow build for the takeover premium live event in December. I mean, this was a hell of an opener, and like you said, I mean, this more than likely was the match of the week, and this is huge for the women's wrestling. I mean, like we've all talked about, WWE is head and shoulders with their women division on both, either on the main roster or in NXT. They're head and shoulders above any other promotion in pro wrestling, and this showed it. So this was a hell of a banger and a heck of a way to start off Tuesday night.
I will say I liked how they crowd. Sorry, I like how they swayed the crowd, because the crowd wanted Nikita and them to win, and they were cheering. And then when the refs were there, they were like, "No, no, no!" Then that bitch hit that Spanish fly off the top, and they were like, "Holy shit, holy shit!" Back with them, and then cheered when they won. They literally lost the crowd and re-won the crowd in the same goddamn match. And you can only do that when you're firing on all cylinders.
I'd say Sticks a close second would be Impact with their women's division. That they would be second above everybody else.
I will have that. I will talk about them in my drip pack highlight of the week.
I'm officially deeming Nikita and Zoe Beauty and the Beast. Dominic Dijakovic burning his mask. We have a new North American champion, Black Broccoli out. Crowd chants, "You deserve it." He waxes about his journey. Grayson interrupts and shits on him. Fucking R-Truth comes out.
Best NXT ever. Best NXT ever.
I was talking to Jake before this, and I was like, "Oh shit, R-Truth is on NXT," and that got him to tune in to fucking NXT to watch this segment. He's in Joker suit, welcoming everyone to Halloween Havoc. He says Grayson has a British accent. He mocks him. Grayson calls Truth an idiot. Truth is happy Wes is champ. They make fun of Grayson losing his casket match. Grayson challenges Truth for next week. He tries to attack, but Truth and Wes whoop that British ass. Following up this segment, we get the hard R's in the locker room. Idris quoting Eminem, "Lose control." They fixing to shock the world. Fruit Bootius in ring brings out Shotzi and her Tonka tank. Apollo, interviewed by Kinsey, gives Grayson props, but moving on from him. He wants the NXT championship. He's going to be paying attention to Yawn Maker next week as we all nap through it. Sticks, fucking Black Broccoli, Grayson, R-Truth. What'd you think of that whole segment?
It was so good. I mean, Trips and Sean basically seeing that R-Truth has been backstage, very seldom used, and be like, "Hey, you ready for a run?" We're gonna send you to NXT. We're gonna set you up. And so good. I mean, R-Truth coming out, welcoming everybody to Halloween Havoc. Basically, he's calling fucking Grayson Waller a British loser. And I mean, this was probably the best segment that Wesley could have been a part of. This might be the highlight outside of winning North American Championship. This has got to be right up there for career achievements for Wesley. I mean, this was so good. This was so awesome. It was sports entertainment at its finest.
And then we got the hard R's quoting Eminem.
Locker room prep talk. An Eminem song. That's what it's good for.
Apollo is looking forward to the NXT championship. I mean, fuck, who else does Braun gotta beat? They're throwing everybody at this motherfucker. Apollo returned to NXT specifically for the NXT championship. Well, what are your thoughts on this?
I don't know who else that they could throw at Jan Maker. I mean, he's pretty much defeated everybody. I mean, maybe this is the start of the build to get Apollo to him for that takeover in December. I don't know. I mean, we talked about this last week. I mean, they missed a golden opportunity to have Jan Maker lose the title, and now you just don't know who you're gonna have. I mean, is there anybody that's not being used? I mean, unless maybe you have Dijakovic show up, surprise everybody, and he beats Jan Maker, but I don't know who else you would have that could do it, that is NXT, or that you could bring from the main roster that could make a run in NXT that's not being used on the main roster at the moment.
Sadly, I saw Goldberg was interviewed about Braun, and he goes, "He's basically me." I threw up a little in my mouth. Cesar, what did you think? We have Black Broccoli with R-Truth and Grayson.
The goddamn
The Black
the
Goat.
second. There we go. The Black Goat, because we all know who the goat is. That's the goddamn goat Sammy. Y'all know who the real goat in WWE is.
I thought you were gonna say.
No, goat Sammy. The Black Goat. The guy of goats ain't got no contract yet, so he can't be the goat. So when you ain't really part of the company yet, he got to build himself back up to goat status. No, him fucking with Miz is some good shit. Bullshit. And old Papa John wearing this shit on Raw. We'll get to that. We don't do that here. We don't cover that here. But y'all should watch that shit. Because he is a guy goat. But Goat Sammy, he on SmackDown. There's a Raw goat, and there's a SmackDown goat. The SmackDown goat is the goat of goat. He's the goat overall. He's not God goat. Then there's Black Goat. R-Truth. That nigga like 52, man. How this nigga 52 and still look chiseled? Shit. He comes in there with a goddamn Joker mask. Talking about the mask was making me ashy and shit. Then fucking the disrespect to Grayson Waller. And then motherfucker said he rolled me in the casket. He said, "Roll one up out here, dog." He said, "You crazy, man. You crazy nigga talking about rolling one up, dapping up Wesley with his high ass." Because he was getting high with the goddamn shaman and bullshit. Yeah. The shaman and shit. And he said, "Hey, you want that dog?" Yeah. And fucking around. Now he got a match. We go see Goat Simmons. And see, these are the people they need to sit down. R-Truth in NXT. I am sports entertained. He's gonna give us a match. Probably gonna hit this cracker with an AA. He hits this cracker with an AA and starts wrestling in John Cena shorts and shit again. I'm gonna lose my shit. Just overall. I'm gonna lose my shit. But yeah, R-Truth, man. Oh, God, he's so good. This put this NXT. This NXT was already good. Goddamn R-Truth put this shit in the stratosphere. Oh, so great. So great. Yeah, did they whoop his monkey ass, Grayson's monkey ass, and kick him out the ring while they getting down in the ring yelling, "What's up?" I mean, R-Truth is goddamn timeless. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just because this nigga's 58 and he's still chiseled like a 22-year-old, I mean, if he found out a way to turn himself to a human vampire hybrid the world will be a better place because he'd probably be the only nigga.
Blade. He's gonna be Blade.
He's gonna be Blade. He'd be the only nigga who can take out Stein. He's the only nigga powerful enough.
Decent Mania 4.
R-Truth.
That's gonna happen.
Versus,
That's gonna happen.
R-Truth versus Stein in the best of the human vampire match. But once I forget, if R-Truth can save the planet, he's the only nigga I know who can save the planet. Goddamn R-Truth. Goddamn. Go.
And Cesar, Sammy is the Uzi goat.
Sammy the goat of SmackDown. Let's be honest. There's the tribal chief, but then there's the goddamn goat.
He's the Uzi goat.
He is the Uzi goat.
Hard R's quoting Eminem.
Yeah, the motherfucker out here, you know, he won't feel powerful because he ain't have a sweater vest on. See, you saw he was sitting there like the other cracker wearing no shirt. You know what I'm saying? See, Blade got to be wearing the sweater vest to feel powerful. He won't wearing his armor. You know what I'm saying? He just out here raw dogging life with no armor. You know what I'm saying? You play video games, you need armor. You go out in them streets, you fight the monsters, you need the armor. He have a sweater vest on, so he's feeling down. So yeah, he had to quote Marshall, you know, get some power in his blood, you know, get the 15 feet pumping. That's all they needed, man. The hard R's, you know, he's like, hey nigga, you ain't even eat your sour cream chips. You know what I'm saying? Eat your damn ham sandwich, you eat the sour cream chips. That's half the part. That's half the best part. They're putting chips on the sandwich and crunch it together. You know what I'm saying? But he got there, he was feeling them. So now they was going out there to have a good match with them pretty deadly boys. So, you know, Lil Marshall gets you going. Lil Marshall gets you going. For me, it's Rick Ross. If you'd quoted me Rick Ross, I'd have been ready.
Apollo has his sights set. We have Afro Strange, no vision about it.
No vision.
He just says he's coming after the NXT championship, Cesar.
Good. But see, this is where you got to call it right. See, Maker only lost the title to somebody who came down from the main roster to beat him to win that title. This might be what we need. They liked Apollo in NXT. He got called up real quick, had potential. You know, Vince don't know how to use no niggers. He just wants to put big white men over, you know. It's just like it's the white man be in charge. Sean different. See, Sean wants a black NXT champion. You know why? Because there's more black folks in NXT, so he can have nigga on NXT all the time for the heavyweight. I see you. I see you, Sean.
You see, this is an equal opportunity company, right? I don't see color. I can't even see who I'm talking to right now. I just want to give the people what they want. And I've been sued for not having oh, never mind. I mean, Apollo is the greatest talent that we have right now. He's got to have a chance. It's not the color of his skin, even though I've been getting emails. But still, suck it.
Yeah,
if you're white,
Apollo
if you're white, suck it. If you're black, you good.
Yeah, you want Apollo down there, so you can have like maybe Wesley. You want Mello and Apollo. You want nigga for your NXT heavyweight championship. That's why the belt is colored. You fuck boy. You want that colored belt with two colored niggas in the ring fighting Mandingo style like Django, killing each other for your brand because you's a racist.
You see, Cesar, at least we don't have Sting on our fucking roster, okay? We don't have Sting.
He left. I
rejected his ass. He tried to come back. He tried because he saw that Wes Lee had the title. He tried to attack him, but I had security.
They don't need Sting on NXT. They got you.
I had Big Country escort Sting's ass out of the arena because he was coming for Wes Lee. He was coming for him.
Big Country couldn't stop my piss on a rainy day.
Listen, Big Country is in a romantic relationship with Lizzo does. See? So I'm not racist at all. Hey, boy, can you get my bags? I mean, sir.
I bet you did, boy. Yeah, I bet it is. Craig, I want a hard R's grabbing your bag, you piece of shit. You trying to make out with Wesley and shit backstage.
Hey, boy, don't touch my tips. Those are my tips.
Yeah. Nick, what's this, God of War? Boy, go get my shit. Yeah. So for hopefully Apollo beats Yarn Maker. Uses his visions to duck the spear and then crack that born ass bitch, whatever fuck shit he does, and then wins the title. I mean, the only thing I accept on this shit, Brand.
Sticks, did I get your thoughts already?
Yeah, you went in first.
Up next, Shotzi versus Lash Legend. No entrance. Shotzi wins. Brutus with Julius in ring with mics. Julius's hands are fucked. Brutus thanks his brother. Now it's his turn to murder Damon for 5 minutes. Damon on Tron says he's not medically cleared. Sanga and Veer attack. Ivy comes out. Why? PD in locker room talk shit about the hard R's, and then Sticks. Side play check. Yeah, let's get that out of the way. Cesar, did you watch Shotzi versus Lash? There is nothing.
You know what to edit right here.
I'll be honest with you.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't watch that shit.
There was nothing remarkable about it. I watched the match, but I was just like, okay. Brutus, the Brutus and Julius segment with Damon talking shit on the Tron.
I'm gonna be honest with
you.
I ain't watched this shit either.
Sticks, did you catch anything remarkable about Shotzi versus Lash?
Just a good way to get Shotzi over.
Be honest.
Sticks 316.
Yeah, there you go.
On TV.
Back-to-back segments.
That's true.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, and then the Brutus. I wonder if Damon's injured or they just want to prolong the story or something. I'm not sure, but any thoughts?
Prolong the story.
They got the Curry Express up and running now. That's the only reason why.
The Curry Express.
Damn right, it's Curry Express.
Damn, now I'm conflicted. Should I call it Pee in the Butt or Curry Express? This man. Up next.
Pee in the butt after you eat Curry Express.
Toxic A conference call. They laugh about Alba. They're celebrating Mandy's 1-year anniversary of being NXT Women's Champ next week. NXT Tag Team Championship match. We got Pretty Deadly versus the Hard R's. The Hard R's explosive start with a near fall too. PD, of course, get back into it. Book is a big fan of PD as he waxes on commentary. This could be the best match the Hard R's have ever had in NXT. Idris gets worked over during commercial picture-in-picture. Awesome double cutter, double team from the Hard R's to Wilson. I hope that's in the game, 2K23. Idris with the closest of close roll-up for a 2 15/16 to Prince. But sadly, PD hits spilt milk to retain, ruining the super dick party. Crazy ass humongous video package. He is the necessary evil. Sticks, man, we were so close. But what did you think of Pretty Deadly versus the Hard R's?
This is the best match that the Hard R's have had in NXT probably ever. I mean, this was a hell of a good tag match. We were so close. I mean, we were 15 centimeters away from a super dick party, and unfortunately, just like the Hard R's title hopes, it was taken away from us. But all in all, this was a really good tag team match. I have a feeling this helped the Hard R's get more traction, even though they lost.
Yep. And
this allowed Pretty Deadly to get the notch another victory as tag team champions. So, I mean, it was, I guess you want to say it was a win-win, but I mean, we were so close. I mean, even though I knew it wasn't going to happen, they gave us that false hope of, hey, is this going to happen? No, it's not going to happen. But it was a hell of a good tag team match. Both tag teams showed out, and it gives me a little bit of a glimpse of a bright future for the Hard R's going forward.
Yeah, Cesar, you have to imagine that the cross-eyed kid took notice of the Hard R's performance in this match. It was awesome. Like we both said, the best match so far in NXT. What did you think, man? Were you holding on to hope? Did you think This could happen. This could be their night. Did you think we were gonna have a super dick party on the tripod this week?
Hell no. But Shawn Michaels is racist. This racist having ass. I knew these niggas won't go win. But god damn it if they didn't go out there and give it their all. In true Negra form, they made Cotton Candy proud. The farm is probably rooting them on. You know, they were the nigga. There's no way Triple H would have okayed this, okay? Because do you know if them niggas would have won them titles, boy, they would have picked so much cotton the next day, boy, just to get all that surplus of cotton out. T-shirts would have been 95% off. Boy, it would have been 18 tons of cotton up in that damn T-shirt factory for WWE, boy. The farm would have picked that shit clean, baby. Clean. Cotton Candy would have been rich as shit. He would have had to release the hard R's from he'd have made them free, signed the papers. You know what I'm saying? Harriet Tubman ain't got to kidnap him in the middle of the night. You know what I'm saying? Them damn boys would have been free. They would have been fucking ham sandwiches and sour cream and onion chips free at Jimmy John's the next day. It'd have been free if you're black. Just come in and say hard R's. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else has to say 15 feet of dick for a 15% off coupon. But yeah, you black at Jimmy John's, you got free ham sandwiches and chips. Nigga, Food Line would have been throwing bread and ham out the front door.
Popeye's chickens would have all been closed on Wednesdays for a holiday.
Kitty would have been 65% off. You know what I'm saying? White bitches would have been impregnated with black babies everywhere. They'd have just been, oh boy, the streets.
Free Kool-Aid shots.
Bro, it'd have been more real than when Obama got in that house, bro. Bums in the streets would have been rich. You know what I'm saying? The weed man would have been just selling joints and blunts on the street. He probably wouldn't even been selling them. He'd be like, burn one for the hard R's. I mean, R-Truth would have renamed himself Hard R-Truth. He would have joined them and they would have been a faction. Bro.
That's the name. That's the name of the episode right there.
Bro.
That's the episode right there.
Bro, that shit been real.
That's the name of the episode right there. Holy shit.
You know what happened? Afro Man would have made the Hard R's intro song. He would have been back on top of the chart.
Damn right. Bro, there would have been a celebratory victory parade in Compton, Atlanta, DC, Detroit, Chicago. They would have hit all the nigga cities. Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Boy, the hard R's would have been out here in them streets. It would have been great. It would have been great, but they don't.
BET would be 24-hour hard R.
Bro, it would be, it'd been the hard R special. You know what I'm saying? Radio stations for 1 hour just would have downloaded the hard R's playlist. Lose yourself.
On there. Breakfast Club would have had them the next day.
Yeah, Breakfast Club would have, Charlemagne and them would have had the hard R's up in there. Yeah. Lose Yourself would have been played every hour, all the hour. God damn, boy. The damn streets won't ready. They didn't want us to be great, man, Griff. They didn't want us to be great. That's why the hard R's had to take that L.
That's got to be one of the funniest fucking things you've ever seen.
Bro, they don't want us to be great. They don't.
Oh my God.
The damn government don't want to let the streets be great.
Oh.
Giving the hard R's the scraps on a goddamn Wednesday, on the Lord's Wednesday. Shit, girl. That shit would have been great.
Oh my God. Okay.
That match was still dope. It was good. It was just good as that women's match. Up
next, Kinsey interviews Zoe in the locker room about loss. Nikita apologizes. Zoe's upset, but they do get a rematch, I guess. Jism with Heartbeat intro and song now. They looking like the Purge. They all are masked. We're not going to top what just happened, folks. The Gacy cuts a promo. The doodads unmask and cut promos. And then the fourth member unmasks. It's The Rock's daughter, Ava Rain. The crowd loves it. Finally, Jism getting cheers but it was all for Rock's daughter. Vic with this, he had to sneak this line in. When it rains, it pours.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Sol Ruka backstage promo. Indy interrupts. Is Indy heel now? She kind of gave off a heel vibe there. Weird Performance Center audio message. It's a robotic nonsense message from Scripps.
The anus?
The anus has infiltrated NXT. Indy Hartwell versus Sol Ruka. Indy wins. Elektra Lopez attacks. Wow. Well, I'm glad to see her. Strange that she wasn't allowed to be with the Brown Order. Cesar. I'm still trying to catch my breath. Kenzie. Fuck that. What'd you think of the Rock's daughter?
I mean, yeah, she with all them crackers. They needed some melon in that group, you know. Shawn Michaels see all these niggas coming to NXT. They coming to take over, just like Dominicans and niggas took over the white man sport of baseball. Yeah, they coming for NXT too. So Shawn better get ready. Yeah, he better get ready. He better get on track real quick. Better be stopped with the boys. Yeah, we got mad niggas down here. We got R-Truth. We got West. We got Afro Strand. Yes, he bringing in the niggas. Trips is like, no, hire all these niggas. I need some more color. Tired of this whitewash around here. That's Vince's shit. It's my
Listen, as long as they lose, I'll bring them all in.
I bet you would say that shit, you fuck boy. But yeah, you gonna bring in Rock's daughter, that whitewash group of schism. Bitch, this nigga talk about trees. What you gonna do? You gonna hang this bitch? I wish you would. I wish you would try to hang this bitch on live TV on the schism tree. Nigga, have you seen The Rock? That nigga picked up an ambulance in like Fast 9. That nigga will kill you. You try to hang his daughter on some shit. That nigga is too strong. I saw him in Hobbs and Shaw. He jumped out of a goddamn building, floating. Nigga was floating down like 70 stories, flying like Superman.
Not to mention he was hanging onto a helicopter and a fucking car.
And a fucking that nigga ripped off. That nigga ripped off a machine gun turret off a fucking drone and was shooting that shit. I don't know how that happened because the drone was broke and it had no power, but the nigga found a way. Shit, he too strong. He was fighting Idris Elba, and that nigga had computerized strength in his blood. He had steroids. Rock's on the better steroids. Seen it. Nigga lifted up a whole ass truck, big as Optimus Prime, slammed it on a nigga's head. I seen that shit. Rock do that.
We know what. What do you say about Samoan? I mean, the Rock's Samoan. So
I ain't Samoan, man. He thick. That's island. He got nigga powers and island powers, man. You don't know. That nigga drink any of the coconut, he becomes unstoppable like a Mario star for 38 seconds. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. You take an island, a true island nigga, he have now. An island nigga, and you put Hennessy in a coconut, Mario star nigga. You can't touch him. You can't touch him. That's why that nigga picked up Optimus Prime. He has one in the back he can pull. So he can only use that shit for 24 hours. It drains a little bit of his soul. But he gets soul back when he goes to sleep. That's how the world works when you on island nigga powers. When you put Hennessy in the coconut, get the fuck out of the way. They get the fuck out of the way. That's what Black Adam was about. See, that movie was 38 seconds in real time. That nigga drank a Hennessy coconut and then fought all them niggas with powers. It was lifting tanks and shit.
Did you see it? Did you see Black Adam?
No, I didn't see that shit. I ain't never watching that DC trash. Nobody watching that bullshit. They don't care if The Rock is in it. Hey, I'd rather see this nigga lift cars in Fast and Furious on some fake shit than that fake ass Black Adam bullshit. Ain't nobody going to watch that shit.
Who is Scripps?
I don't know. Some nigga writing, probably one of the writers, Freddie Prinze Jr. Is he writing scripts? How the fuck should I know who Scripps is? The niggas ain't telling me. You asking me questions like I'm black stage with Captain Kelly. Hey,
do you remember when they had the biker promo? They aired it like every week, and it turned out to be Ember Moon. Do you think it's gonna be? Do you think it's gonna be that disappointing? I hope it's someone better than that shit.
Hell no, that shit about to be hot garbage. It's about to be Summer Rae coming back.
It's gonna. It's gonna be Spike Dudley.
Spike Dudley with his old ass coming back. Fucking old ass Spike. Nigga said, "Who the fuck is Scripps?" I don't know. This ain't no Bray Wyatt scan some white rabbit bullshit. They do some bullshit in his voice. Some nigga named Scripps.
I am the
I'm here
anonymous.
to destroy.
Necessary.
It's gonna be Dijakovic. It's gonna be Dijakovic. He's just gonna call himself Scripps now.
Better in T-Bar. Did you catch Indy versus Soul?
I'm really gonna to find that clip. Yeah, you're gonna need to edit that shit in. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be real honest. I did not watch that shit at all. Look, I was already fast forwarding, and I think that match went so quick. By the time I hit play, Indy was pinning that bitch, and Electra Lopez is coming out. I was already too deep. I can't go backwards once I'm fast forwarding.
Sticks, your thoughts on The Rock's daughter is now in Jism.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they were really them and the fans were really high on her. She made some couple appearances at live events, and the crowd had been waiting for her to make her NXT debut. So why not go ahead and have her join the fucking Jisms and give them a female twang to the group, you know, him talking about 4 roots in one tree. Yeah, okay, whatever. You fucking bigger, you Stay Puft, Edgar Allan Poe, motherfucker, whatever you want to do. Go ahead, talk that shit, whatever. Hey, I'm happy for her. We'll see if she can actually wrestle whenever they decide to have her wrestle, if she's just going to be somebody that's just that hangs around the ring to help them interfere to win. I don't know, but I guess we'll see what she's got. I mean, if she's The Rock's daughter, she's got to have at least maybe a drop of charisma in her. So I guess we'll see.
Yeah, she's got a lot of fucking pressure on her, being The Rock's daughter.
Well, it turned out great for Charlotte.
What do you think of who's Scripps? Any thoughts on Scripps?
Fuck, I don't know. Watch him repackage fucking big body Javi and turn him fucking Scripps or something.
Oh shit, big body Javi. That shit would be great.
Andy versus Sol Ruca and the return of Electra Lopez.
Yeah, you just hit it right there. Let's congratulations to Indy. I'm glad she got TV time. But let's talk about this.
6-3-16.
Exactly. Electra Lopez got shafted and didn't get called up with the Brown Order because they wanted to have something for Zelina to come back with. So they decided to do that with her. So poor Electra gets fucking left out. Don't know what's going to happen with her. And now we see that she came back. I'm hoping they have her run, and I hope she at least gets close to having an NXT Women's Championship match with Mandy, because I think this girl could go. The chemistry she had with the Brown Order was so good. I was very disappointed that when they came up, she wasn't with them.
I mean, it was kind of quick though, because like Brown Order were there for like what, 2 years? Like hell, Bretsky was doing this podcast when Brown Order was there.
Yeah, he was high on them. What is it? He was high on them like 2 weeks of them being there. So
yeah, so I want to say they probably just didn't take her because she's too green, but it does give them that chance to when they do think she's ready to have her beef with Zelina. Because when she comes up, Escobar gonna be like, oh, that's the real woman who run the show. Especially if they're on like a losing streak or something. And then Electra comes up, and she's like, this ain't the Elgato that I know that I was running. But it kind of was because them niggas did lose a lot.
I commend your false hope that you think that they're gonna have Electra Lopez grace the main rosters, not alone SmackDown. But I commend that. I mean, I think she's green. Yeah, I mean, she's had decent matches, but you could kind of tread water with her as a manager and still have her do work at the Performance Center. Hell, you could even have her do some matches on Main Event. You could have her do that. And then once you think that she's strung some matches together, then you could have her face maybe a chick on SmackDown. Hell, you could have them show up on Raw and have Santos say, well, we got a woman that we think could be a champion on any brand. You could have her face fucking somebody on Raw and have her either win or put up a valiant fight. I mean, I hope she ends up on the main roster, and I hope maybe she beats Zelina. But I think that they found something for Zelina that can have her tread water and still be on TV. So I mean, but I was glad to see her on TV. I think more work that she gets in, I think she could be a really good women's wrestler, and I was really excited to see her back on TV on Tuesday. So that was the whole thing I got out of the Indy and Sol Ruka match was got Elektra Lopez back.
Couple of closing thoughts on Elektra. I can't wait to see her back in her NXT gear because when they call her up to the main roster, they're going to change her gear. Her NXT gear. Oh my god. Whew. Oh Lord have mercy.
Give me a ball. Give me a ball of syrup, bro. And I'm putting that shit on the plate.
Second thought, guys, isn't this some fucking Vince McMahon booking here? Let's stick to Zelina with the Mexicans. They had her with Andrade. Like, yeah, go with Andrade. They bring Zelina back. Go with Brown Order. Yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah, damn right. Yeah. like-minded folk.
That's fucking hilarious. Next, Chase U. Andre asks for Bodie. Duke comes in and says he was late because he was looking for Bodie. He takes Bodie's seat. The disrespect. Andre yells at Duke for not writing notes because he gave up his pen to Thea. He steals a black chick's pen while Andre waxes about Survivor Series. Hard R is leaving arena when Odyssey picks them up. Odyssey, where have you been, brother? Picks them up,
still fucked up.
With some hoes to go party at the cantina. Oh shit!
They didn't come through that night. It was a good Wednesday.
Sticks, what'd you think? We got the Chase U segment, and then we got the hard R's with Odyssey.
Yeah, well, Dookie, since Wade with the fade up and left him for Fridays, now old Dookie's trying to get in a fucking trying to take Bodie's fucking spot and infiltrate the university so that way he can get some young boys to hide underneath his desk instead of him having to hide underneath Wade's desk. So we're getting the infiltration of Duke and Odyssey Jones bringing the hard R's spirits up. And yeah, like Cesar said, we were there Tuesday night, myself, him, Sheriff closing down the marijuana lounge.
The marijuana lounge.
The marijuana lounge. 10 Connor backstage cooking up some kind of goddamn new Plan B concoction. Fucking damn near.
Well, we know that shit ain't gonna work. We all know that shit.
Damn near burn the place down again. Fucking Odyssey, the hard R's. Them hoes came rolling in. We were like, goddamn, party ain't ending yet on a Tuesday. So
I don't know why you bring hoes to the cantina. There's already hoes there.
Goddamn right.
Yeah, gotta let them all in the back door.
The more the merrier, right?
I guess, but you don't take sand to the beach. Everybody knows that. You don't take water to the pool. You don't take sand to the beach.
1,000 languages. And guess what Cesar masters it?
Facts. It's like taking Hennessy to a black people cookout. You don't take sand. Well, never mind. You do take Hennessy to a cookout because there's always room for more Hennessy. You damn right. The reverse kryptonite gets you right all night.
Well, Cesar, what did you think of the Chase U segment and then Odyssey bringing the hard?
Yeah. Duke's a fruit booty and he's a bitch. But yeah, these niggas come out right. So they had a loss. Their hopes are down. They had a loss.
This skips right over.
Nobody care about Duke sucking dick on TV, man. Nobody gives a shit about this nigga. Bodie was just tired because that crazy young bitch wore him out in his sack. That's what we do. She drained his nuts and he couldn't walk right. That young bitch is crazy. Yeah, but yeah, these niggas come out, right? They down in the dumps. Hell, Malik didn't have his shirt off with no baby oil. He had like and Dofe ain't had no shirt. He had a white tee on. The shit wasn't even like something funny, like you stupid beach. or it wasn't cool. Like, oh, he just had a plain ass white shirt, like Nangria down there, just a plain ass white shirt. You know
I'm a
what I'm
hard
saying?
W.
God damn it. Yeah, bitch. And then, Malik all down, lose yourself, won't doing it. A goddamn Odyssey in a Ford 150. Like, why the hell is Odyssey pulling over the forward? Is that just because it's the only car you can fit hose in the back standing up? I guess. But yeah, he's like, hey, man, look, y'all lost. But y'all young tag team. You took it to the champs. Yeah, they had to respect y'all. They had to get up there and cheat like they beat on normal people. And they broke. So they got more, reason to be cheating. And Odyssey was like, I got 2 passes off the farm tonight. So we could go to Big Brooklyn. Peter, you damn right. He was like, bro, he's like, Sticks there, Tincuna there, your sheriff and the marijuana. You know what I'm saying? There's the tribal chief VIP up in there. You know what I'm saying? It was drippy wet in there with these bitches, the plan B. It's always on me. There was about 80 hoes up in there. You see that one strong hoe? She snatched that crocker up off the ground. I thought it was a miracle that Uncle Dax, with his broken back and bad knees, lifted fat ass Keith Lee off that top rope in ATW. But that one horny bitch snapped up old boy like from the street. That nigga ain't even jumped. She snatched him by a sweater vest, and then he was laying across on him. He was like,
She wanted that 15 feet is what she wanted.
Y'all didn't see this. But see, he drove off camera, but the cameraman turned like during commercial break, and that bitch had rotated him because he was laying straight, and them bitches was sitting this way. That bitch had turned him, and she had that belt buckle popped off. Boy, she was sucking on that thing. Boy, then she was sucking on that 7 feet Tootsie Roll while they was rolling down the street. Honestly, like, goddamn, bitch. She's sitting there choking on it, throwing up out the back seat because, that long dick that hit a gag reflex. She wasn't ready for it.
Caesar, she climbed it like a beanstalk, and then
she had to, bro.
Then she started sucking.
Yeah, that bitch Googled Jack and the Beanstalk to learn how to work that thing. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, "Oh, girl." And then with the other girl next to her, she was real. She was, "Oh shit, girl, I ain't seen a pole like this since my stripper days." So that bitch was getting on that shit, spinning and shit, doing tricks. You know what I'm saying? The hard R showed up. We all had a great old time. Great old time, We was drinking. Sheriff throwing blunts out of the marijuana lounge because his legs forgot to work because he was so high, and he was mad at Cynic about something. I don't know what he was mad at Cynic about. I mean, Cynic a bitch. We all know that because that's the password to get in. That night it was. It has changed. I don't know what it is yet. I got to go to the manager meeting tomorrow, and I'll learn about that. I'll let you all know in the streets. And then we in the drip lounge. The VIP. We was up there chilling. Yeah, the stick said 10 Cunner, trying to burn the place down again, make it fake plan B. He trying to sell it as a hustle. You know what I'm saying?
He was making it rain the street soldier condoms. He had the
somebody got you, man. You gotta be safe out here, man. You just can't be getting burnt for no reason. You know what I'm saying? And we all had a great time, man. Odyssey was like, yeah, man, I got bad knees because I'm a thick neck nigger who eats too many pork chops. And I was like, yeah, man, that happens. I got you. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that might be on the menu, man. We might have thick neck pork chops next week. It might be on the menu. You never know, a little special. Then he got mad because I was making fun of him, and he left. But he left the hose. So we all had a great time. It's good.
Caesar just riffed for 5 minutes on a 90-second segment of NXT. Up next,
it's still better than any shit that ATW put out on fucking Wednesday night.
Exactly. God, I hate this. We reached the main event, gentlemen. It's Dragunov versus Humongous. Dragunov attacks JD during his entrance. He didn't want to wait. Dragunov has taped ribs, which might as well be a bullseye. Humongous uses that wrecking ball head to attack those ribs. Humongous is all over Dragunov's ribs. Ref gets Docs to check on Dragunov. Humongous continues to fuck up Dragunov. Triple spinning chops to midsection and thigh, along with an Insarugi by Dragunov, gets him back in it. Superplex, falling stiff elbow. I love that move when he does that. when JD's lying on the floor and he just fucking from a standing position.
Yeah, he's just
Wow,
like,
and like fucking hits him right in the back of the head. Dragunov fighting like an uncrowned champion. Humongous counters Torpedo into a painful looking grounded abdominal stretch. Dragunov is bleeding from his mouth. The ref stops the match. Book and Vic pissed that Humongous would not let go of the hold. Everybody is stunned, including me. Dragunov is stretchered out. JD gonna jerk it dry thinking about this in the showers. Cesar, what a hell of a main event, and that I believe they just elevated Humongous to the next level, making Dragunov, the Czar, pass out in the main event.
yeah. So they have the Czar pass out in the paint, and then that's fine because I kind of see what they're doing. They're bringing in NXT UK guys, the top guys, giving them time and shit. They did his Tyler had his rematch, and then he apparently got injured. Did he get injured to Humongous like right after he lost the title too?
Legit?
Fight Humongous?
He got
legit. No. It's not legit.
Oh.
Like Tyler and Czar is not legit. It's just kayfabe because Braun speared him twice or whatever. But I think like Tyler apparently got injured and then left, and the Czar came in. Now he's technically injured. It's what happens when you're like, you want to keep these guys on payroll because you're building NXT Europe, but you want to highlight them, put them in heavyweight championship matches.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Do you think they had JD elevated because of his performance at Halloween Havoc?
No, I think they have JD elevated because he's a top heel, and they need somebody to. Yeah, they put him quick because. Oh, well, I mean, JD has fought Tyler Bate plenty of times, and he's fought the Czar plenty of times, so he can go in the main event spot and fight the champion. But it's not bad if he loses because he always finds a way back. And he's a top performer. Like I even said it, like he won me over in that match.
Yeah, Humongous was the shining star out of that triple threat at Halloween.
But I mean, he's always been good. He's like always been good. And I feel like it's easier with a heel if you're going to give a guy time off to be like the heel's the one who injured him. It does. You're like, oh, shit, this nigga putting people on the shelf. Maybe he will get lucky and put Braun on the shelf. Maybe he is everything he says he is. Maybe Braun just got lucky that night. Maybe you got to give JD another shot. I mean, when it does that, when you're watching it, it does make sense. Like, him and the Czar had a match. They both lost. But now he's taking out the Czar. So I didn't put him on the shelf because the Czar wasn't ready. He wasn't 100%. He got overzealous or whatever. And now JD put his ass on the shelf. And now you're like, oh, shit. Maybe this nigga is crazy enough to take out old Jan Maker. Jan ain't going to say no. He's too much of a face. He'll fight him 8 days. He'll fight him 9 out of 9 days. Now we'll probably get JD maybe fucking with him and Apollo if they're having a one-on-one. Not to say they'll do a triple threat again, but JD will still be fucking with him enough to know that whoever wins, I got next. So to keep him still up there, elevated without him something to do. So,
well, Sticks, the main event of the night, we saw JD and Dragunov. What did you think?
This is a really good match. I mean, if you've watched UK, both these guys can go. So I mean, you could throw them out there, and they'll give you a main event level match if you just let them know even day of the match. So this was really good. Like Cesar said, with Dragunov coming in with already an injury, it played right into JD being able to attack him, and Dragunov passing out. It doesn't hurt his stock any because he was already coming in injured and stuff like that. Plus, I mean, it kind of plays in because JD talked about Dragunov was the guy that essentially beat him and kicked him out of UK. So this kind of helps build that hey, JD had made him pass out. He beat him, and it allows JD to torment either Braun or Apollo, keeping his name in the main event picture going forward. So I mean, it wasn't a bad main event. It was a really good one, and it allows the top heel in NXT to get momentum and keep rolling and keep his name in the main event picture.
Post Halloween Havoc, and even after this, I'm getting sinister Randy Orton vibes from old JD. I'm loving it. I'm loving his character. I hope he gets the championship sooner than later. But ladies and gentlemen, we're done with ATW. We're done with NXT. And now, it's time for Sticks Adams Drip Pact of the Week.
We on the night, hear us screaming louder. Can you see the
6-woman tag match, putting the knockouts front center with the storyline of Mickey James's last rodeo, which they said, regardless of if it's a singles match or a tag match, if she takes the pin, she's done. So she teamed up with former Impact champion Taylor Wilde, who came back at Bound for Glory, and Thick Mama Drip herself, the Knockouts champion, Jordan Grace. And they took on Chelsea Green, Deanna Prazo, also known as Vexed, and Giselle Shaw in the main event. And the face women won. Mickey James was able to pick up the win. So we still got the last rodeo going on. And the Jordan Grace still looks strong, still looks good. So she's still women's champion, knockouts champion.
But the real question is, if Jordan Gates gave you the shot, did you pee in her butt?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
If she gave you a shot at the title, in her butt.
I think she put up a pretty good fight against you, Cesar. I think she would. I mean, I'm going with you.
I'm leaving this time for Sticks. This is his drip pack of the week. So let Sticks continue.
All right. I pee in her butt.
Side note that they had a sit-down interview with Eddie Edwards talking about the implosion of Honor No More. Beginning of Impact saw Matt Taven and Mike Bennett, the Kingdom, saw them get fired, so they were gone. They said Vincent was in the hospital, PCO was AWOL. So Eddie Edwards came out and basically said that it was PCO's fault for Honor No More to implode, and he is going to get his revenge on that. Outside of that, it looks like maybe Giselle Shaw is going to be next up for Thick Mama Drip. And we'll see if they go that way. But all in all, the episode showed last rodeo is still going. The knockouts were on the main event, front center. And Mickey James is still going to keep wrestling in Impact.
Cesar, looks like Mickey James is going on that Ric Flair last ride. You remember how he went in WWE? If he loses another match, he's gone.
He's out.
Old Mickey James, Milfy James, taking the same route here. As far as Jordan Grace goes, she went from looking like a fat baby to looking like she's a man, baby.
Bye.
Yeah, she looks like a dude. So I would not.
I mean, she looks like she's in the best shape of her life right now.
That's true, but I would not pee in her butt. I want to mention how I love Rhino and Heath, our tag champs. It's like a nostalgic for me. They were the first ever SmackDown tag team champions, and seeing how much bigger they are compared to the Motor City Machine Guns. They're like, hey guys, we want an opportunity in those tag titles, and they're like gigantic behemoths. Oh, okay, we could do that. I thought that was pretty funny.
I think we're gonna head towards a triple threat sometime, either at the next either show that they got coming up, I think in like 2 weeks from this coming Friday, or they might parlay it and string it along to like their next actual legit pay-per-view match. Because I think we're gonna head that way with Heath and Rhino, Motor City Machine Guns, and then now the major players tag team with Zach and Brian Myers.
You know what I love is before Impact airs, there's always a Impact retro pay-per-view that plays before. And Cesar, I'm shocked. Well, actually, I appreciate the fact that you haven't assigned us one of those matches, because every time I see a retro Impact or TNA pay-per-view, guess who's in the main event?
Who?
You know who.
Not who? Just say who.
950 years old. Stang is fighting Kurt Angle, is fighting Bully Ray, is fighting AJ Styles. It's always Stang in the fucking main event of a retro TNA pay-per-view. And I get to see Sting fight over and over and over, right?
And over.
It leads into Impact Wrestling. But Sticks, thank you very much for your drip pack of the week. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching and listening. I appreciate your support. And as I speak, this episode will be uploaded the same time as APBW's next pay-per-view. It's Bloodbath and Beyond. So this will drop along with that. So you'll have plenty of entertainment, plenty of content to kill time with during your week. It's a massive pay-per-view. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, you know what to do. All hail Stallion Pete.